Hey guys, today we're looking at Punk Therion once again. So, with Punk Therion, I just remembered uh kind of like combo I looked at like way back, and I'm realizing now that we can do some pretty dumb things in Punk Therion. But the most notable thing is that I don't have it set up here. So we'll go ahead and adjust this. This list is kind of old, and we'll kind of have to see where we can go from here. So I think we can remove those two cards. They're nice to have, but we don't necessarily need them. And then there is IP Masquerena, Unicorn. We'll remove those two for the time being. And we'll put in some goofy tech. So the idea with Punk Therion is pretty simple. So if we have Deer Note plus any of our uh, tuner punks here, that allows us to make Diablantis the Menacing Mantis, and then when we make Diablantis the Menacing Mantis, we can trigger Deer Note effect to special summon a 8 back, and in this case it will either usually be Rising Carp or Foxy Tune, which should be in the graveyard. And when we do so, that gives us the levels 8 and 8, and also we get to Foolish Burial a plant or insect monster. In our case, since we're playing Therion here, we would be sending Therion Lily Borea, and then we can XYZ summon Gigantic Champion Sargus. What we can do from here is we can very easily grab Regulus, and then we will attach Lily Borea, and then we can send, depending on exactly what's in our hand, the game state, it changes a little bit, but we're either usually going to send Extreme Session or Lily Borea. And then we can grab the field spell, the Coliseum, and then we can grab Therion Reperfume, grabbing the Borea. And then this gives us a quick effect bounce, or we can instead do like Therion Reperfume or Therion Bolt Ein, and then we can make Baron if we still have an additional level 3 punk. So pretty basic idea of the main combo, but we can change this around a little bit. So if we change, well, it's mostly going to be the extra deck. What we can do of making instead of making our gigantic champion Sargus here, instead, why don't we just make Ancient Fairy Dragon? So Ancient Fairy Dragon has this effect. During your main phase, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect, so that's cool, I guess. But the main effect that we're really after is this one. During your main phase, you can destroy as many cards in the field zones as possible, minimum 1, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. Then you can add one field spell with a different name than the destroyed card or cards from your deck to your hand. So in this case, we can pretty much always guarantee access to Extreme Session. So if we start with Xiamen, grab Foxy, Special Sharakusa, use these two, and then we can summon Wagon plus Deer Note, and then we always have the field spell, regardless of if we are using this effect to draw or not, we will still have the field spell. And Ancient Fairy Dragon, you might be asking, wait a second, this isn't level 8, this is level 7. How do you get into Ancient Fairy Dragon? Well, that is a good question, but it's pretty simply answered with this. We can simply use Ultimaya Tzolk'in. So if we go into Tzolk'in here, what we can do is we can send 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. So in this case, what we're going to use as the non-tuner will be Rising Carp, and then the tuner will be Diablantis, the Menacing Mantis, which has this lovely effect. If you control the Synchro Summon card, you can target one insect or plant monster you control, treat it as the tuner until the end of this turn. And that, of course, includes itself. So we can turn it into a tuner and then send them both off. for Tzolk'in, and then here we can always have access to Extreme Session at least, so we can set Extreme Session to trigger Tzolk'in, which allows us to then special summon Ancient Fairy Dragon. And this is an ignition effect, so we can do this whenever, to then pop to grab Therion Coliseum, just as an idea. This further extends to being able to grab any field spell. This is just the one we're going to end up grabbing. And there is slight merit to doing this. Well, there are downsides and upsides to both, but if we do this, we have more material to link off for things in general. So if we bring back IP, I guess we could put in IP SP now, I guess, and that would be fine, I think. But this is just one idea, because Tzolk'in has this lovely effect. Well, we didn't actually read this, right? You can special summon a power tool, synchro monster, or one level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster from your extra deck. So of course we could summon like a crystal wing with this, but if we really want to get funny with it, what we could summon is actually Dragunity Knight Trident. So we'll just craft this. Damn, not a foil. Well, that's sad. But the idea with Trident is pretty simple. What we're going to do is we can send 3 cards I control. So 3 cards, pretty simple. We can send Trident, Tzolk'in, plus Field Spell, and that will be 3, and we can just look at our opponent's extra deck and get information. So that's pretty interesting. So here, let's craft the Ancient Fairy Dragon. And let's go ahead and mess around a little bit. So functionally, I don't think we have to change the main deck unless we want to do something kind of nasty or dumb. But it would not be very hard to, well, let's see, what attribute is this? Dark, right? So if we put in just simply Dahar, we can link off Ancient Fairy Dragon plus Ultimate Tzolk'in to make Dahar, which is a spellcaster. So Secret Village, not very hard to hit our opponent with a Secret Village. But also worth mentioning, I guess, is Ancient Fairy Dragon also enables us to make Baron if we have P.U.N.K in hand as well. So that's pretty glorious. So let's head back and head to everyone's favorite solo gate. Well, mine at least. Oh, that's new, but okay. Let's go to blindness kicking. Okay, here we go. The Danger Solo Gate. Everyone surely loves the Danger Solo Gate. Okay, so let's see if we can get a good hand. Technically, if a field spell is like kind of a starter, it kind of just works, so that's kind of cracked. And here we have a pretty decent hand. We're going to probably just drop Therion Irregular into the graveyard. Probably the worst Therion here. And okay. Adding... Oh, okay. We're adding Foxy Tune here. We're going to send Endless Engine. We're going to now special summon Sharkusai. Sharkusai effect. Rising Carb. If we wanted to, we could have technically summoned Therion Regulus earlier, but it doesn't matter here since we don't really have an opponent. But okay. The other idea here, instead of grabbing the field spell, is to go Madame Spider, but not really efficient here, so we'll just grab these guys. Extreme Session. And we never activate that yet. Well, yeah, okay. The Atlantis, the Menacing Mantis, trigger both effects. We want to play around specifically Bestials. This happens to play around Bestials pretty well. So we can just target our copy of Rising Carp, and we can't really get Bestialed effectively here. Then we do this. To Zulkan. Let's activate Field Spell. Because I'm dumb. I wasn't supposed to activate the Field Spell. I was supposed to set it, but okay, whatever. Well, okay. My brain. Let's go ahead and send the Librea, I guess. Adding Therion Cross. Well, whatever. Special summoning Ancient Fairy Dragon works, but we don't need to here. So now we have pretty easy send 3, so 1, 2, 3. And now we can look at our opponent's deck, well, extra deck, and then send 3 cards from it. And this has a lot less conditions than certain cards, but okay, so here we'll go Cerberus, Unicorn, and then Lackluster Soldier. So those guys are all gone. And I definitely messed up the combo a little bit, but it's fine. If we went Ancient Fairy Dragon, we would have had more interruptions, but with this line, we get to look at our opponent's hand, so there are merits to both, I guess, in general. Let's grab back charge for next turn, I guess. That's fine. And then that shuffles back Endless Engine. Okay, I mean, this is probably enough. I could have kept Endless Engine, actually, for the graveyard effect, but yeah, whatever. We'll send Regulus, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Why does this always end up having... Well, it always ends up having card destruction in the opening hand whenever I play against it. Kinda annoying, honestly. Oh wow, that's annoying. Okay. Healing. Didn't really do much about that. Alright, fine, we won't charge. Dangerous Uchinoko. Okay. Okay. Curious. I don't think I care about Curious's effects. Both effects are pretty useless here. Sangreffa, Bass. Whatever. And here we don't really access, like, the punk stuff again. So, this line, arguably, like, not as good. If I, just did the punk stuff with, for example, Jam Dragon Drive into Amazing Dragon, I would have gotten 2 draws, and we would have Amazing Dragon's effect to special summon again here, but it is what it is, I guess. Here we can very easily grab the field spell, though. Opponent doesn't really control anything, sadly, so not much we can do with this here. Except for making, well, If we had Bull Ein here, we could have linked those two off or something. But yeah, this isn't even lethal here. Unless I were to do this, I think, right? Then I can make either Psychic and Punisher or Baron. We do Baron, is that lethal? 2000, 2400, 3000. That increases us by 1600. Yeah, it's fairly lethal, so that'd be fine, I guess. Math isn't off, great. And I guess let's test the Ancient Fairy Dragon line this time. Hopefully we get a little bit of a better hand. So the hand where we would actually benefit most off of doing that line is going to be one where we have at least 2 P.U.N.K cards in hand. If we have 2 P.U.N.K cards in hand, we can keep one extra one on the field. And that would be a little bit better. So yeah. Still would have liked to have like a Therion in hand, but we don't need one, so that's fine. I guess we'll drop Cult By. Cult By is probably it's between either Cult By or Ash Blossom being the worst card here. Ash Blossom does play around card destruction though, so it's like, eh. I think Imperm's literally useless against their deck though, so yeah. That's probably what we're sending. Okay. So in this case we have Madame Spider, so we're going to probably keep the spider in hand. Yeah, okay. We'll use these two. Because it's spider, we'll do it like this. We'll go Rising Carp, effect. Summon 2 guys. We will summon Wagon and Deer Note. We're going to grab the Punk Field spell. Pretend we don't have this Cult By. How we're going to play this is we're going to activate the Extreme Session. And then we'll banish a card. It doesn't really matter too much what we banish here, I don't think. We'll special summon back Spider. And then we'll add the negate, I guess. Draw 1. And Therion Charge. That's perfectly fine. Then we'll go here into Diabolantis. We will bring back a guy. So let's go chain 1, chain 2, I guess. Chain order doesn't really matter here. Because honestly, if our opponent ashes us here, they're psycho because they let a lot of better points to be ash just go through. But okay. Owner, Tzolk'in. And now we can set this. This triggers this. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Effect. Add the designated card. Scolosseum. Scolosseum effect here. We can just easily add Regulus here. Then we go, I guess, Regulus. Get Lily Borea. We could technically send Tzolk'in here, but we don't really have to. We can just send Lily Borea to grab the trap, and we have Omni Negate plus Monster Negate off of this. But here, we can just easily draw, right? Yeah. Oh, we were supposed to activate this first, of course. I did a silly, but it's fine. We can special summon Gamma here, and then make, I guess, Apollosa, which is fine. Not like that problematic. So extra body here. We special summon the Gamma. And we can actually go Baron as well. So let's just do Baron IP. Because that's fine. Yes. To do. If we wanted to, though, I guess we could technically retain this for the next turn. Kind of messed up, but it's fine. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Alright, we have Baron for card destruction anyways. And Therion Regulus will come back later. Even if we send it, so... Not the worst thing in the world. Oh wow, that's annoying. We also still have, I guess, our negate in the back row, so... That's handy. The second one, ugh, come on, man. Alright, banish Reach. Can't really do that much about this. Another Lily Berea. Okay. This won't do anything. We'll summon Snow. Monster Reborn. Chupacabra. I mean, no matter what you do, it shouldn't matter here. Okay. Blackluster, Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. This cannot be destroyed. It cannot be targeted. That is fine. Oh, okay. Try to destroy by battle. Pointless. Send Endless Engine. And then I guess they pass back. Okay. Nothing can actually be destroyed here, so whatever. They're in Lily Berea. Nice. We had the option of like Baron tag out. Here we would be able to make Baron with a Gamma too, which is funny. So I guess here let's figure this out actually. I think we can still go IP, we can also go Sargus. That's fine, but here let's just link off these two. Effect here. Then we'd be able to Trident. How easy would it be to get material for this? Oh wait, that's actually so efficient, I didn't even realize. Held by Tzolk'in. We don't need Tzolk'in for anything anymore, so we can just send Tzolk'in. E-Telly we can keep. Held by we can keep. And then we'll send just E-Telly because I don't care about it. Okay. And then we'll send 3, so I don't know, it doesn't super matter, but like this, this, and this. Pretty easy to just send those 3. Then this is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Endless Engine here. Grab back the Discoloseum. Add Discoloseum to hand. Then what we can do is activate Discoloseum. Effect to search. Then we'll go grab a regular effect. Grab these two. Then this can be destroyed by battle, I believe. So we will do this. Discoloseum effect. Going to send Endless Engine again. Add back a Lily Berea for the next turn. And then we have a loop going. So let's not lethal here. Okay. Don't use those. Tsuchinoko effect. How about now? Both effects. Banish and negate. Okay. End of main. Whatever's fine. Now that I think about it, if we have Trident, we can also keep activating Trident uh, with like the P.U.N.K stuff. So even if we don't have the Therion stuff, this will constantly be summoning back Deer Note, and we can keep sending Deer Note off of Trident to just like keep triggering it over and over and over again. But here we have Lily Berea, so what we can do here is effect here. We'll send Lily Berea on the field. And then this allows us to grab charge. So we'll now summon, I guess Lily Berea should be fine. It'd be problematic. We'll send, I guess, this Lily Berea. Draw 2. It's fine. Now we'll send Scolosium, Lily Berea, other Lily Berea. We'll send 3 more of our opponent's cards, just every turn. We would be able to do this and run our opponent out of options. Okay, and then Endless Engine again. The Scolosium. The other option, I guess, is we can add the trap. We won't be able to activate both effects, but even one effect in general is pretty decent. Boom. Effective Boom. Target Borea. And now we're just chilling. But yeah, no need to just keep doing this. But I mean, there might be some like better implementation for this, but just in general, Ancient Fairy Dragon seems pretty abusable with P.U.N.K, so yeah. That's pretty interesting. Trident is kind of like a meme, but considering you could do this off of like just one E-Telly, that makes it peak comedy. So like E-Telly, special summon Xiaoman, and then we can go through the entirety of this line and get information. So that's pretty cool. Those hands weren't even particularly good, in my opinion. They could have been a lot better, but yeah. This is, I guess, the power of the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Another idea we could easily go for is instead to add, for example, Perlerino. And then we can special summon Rhino Heart with the effect of Ancient Fairy Dragon. And this will allow us to get a copy of Rukelos onto the field, just for arguably no real reason. And this is just a line you can do. Something you obviously can't do with Horus, but we'll just wrap it up here, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.